Mick. It's about the first time you guys are probably hearing my voice. I have been working on the layout tonight, and if you see all this bush stuff right here, all these bushes, I just made all of that tonight out of an old styrofoam, like those what do you call them? The foam mattresses you put on top of your actual bed. So those foam toppers. I had an old one, and I took. If you look here, see, most of that is all this grass stuff like that. All this stuff is all foam anyway. So I researched and researched, and figured out that my blender, one of my blender attachments, I have a Ninja. I don't ever use this thing. This one right here. I just washed it after being done, doing it, because it turns this thing literally just whatever paint you have in here, it starts turning it. Like parts of it are green in here. But I have gotten all this done, all this glued down with the help of all my glue. And I finally found my hairspray. Finally. But I got the buildings glued down. I got to fix that billboard due to the fact that I accidentally broke off one of the top signs. I've got the end of the railroad put in right there. I'm working on getting it built over in this section. I got to glue from there all the way around to about there and level it out and all that. I got the water tower glued down. I just got to disguise the cord. That's what all this is going to be good for. That and paint up the rocks. I got to fix that building there because the whole back wall just collapsed. When I was putting this up, this main board right here slipped out of my hands, squashed that poor building. It's leaning against the wall right now. That's the only way it's standing. Eventually, I'll be building a TV tower for back there. There's gonna be the old school, but everything in this spot right here, all the way to the back corner, along this side of the tracks, is all gonna be nothing but bushes, some scraggly trees and stuff. That building's gonna get abandoned. Probably gonna I have a mystery machine, little die cast, and I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna dress up little figurines that look like the gang, the Scooby Gang. I even have a dog to put with it, so that'll be perfect there. On the other side of the billboard, right about there, I'm gonna put the restaurant. So this, if I can get across the layout here, it's very difficult to do this without crawling up and across the whole dang layout, because every time I go across here, I kind of screw this up a little bit, which, yeah, I can feel all the hairspray on the tracks. I gotta go through. That's the one major part that I am not looking forward to, is wiring all these tracks. But that's the last part that I'm gonna, sometime here. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'm doing everything around the tracks right now, as you can see, around it. Oops. Accidentally squished the tree. Oh, and I knocked over Mama Deer. Well, actually, that's not Mama Deer. That's just a doe. they're just courting. If you come up here, you can see, come around the other side here, come around the airport. There's Mama and her little babies, and then Daddy, all behind the airport. We're gonna show you guys a good view from this side. Been doing all kinds of work, trying to get things painted, solidified. I got all this grass solidified, all that grass solidified, all that solidified. This has all been solidified for a while. The only thing that's free is this thing that's abandoned. Next, I have to, from here all the way around, so up to there on the left branch, and then from here all the way to the Grovemont station, all the way around the water tower. That has to be solidified. Like, I know most people don't. They'd use like cork and, I've seen some people use foam, and then they, pin it down or screw it down. I've heard a lot of people go, "Oh, don't glue it down." Well, every time somebody tells me that, I'm like, well, I'm not you. Everybody has their own preferences. I prefer to glue it down because I've left my rails. Okay, then. I have left rails, screwed down, and it does not work for me. I don't like it. I've had derailment issues. I've had all kinds of issues with it, and I just don't want to deal with it. So, I glue everything down. This is eventually going to be telephone poles. This is a power station I have to just finish disguising, because the bottom, I can stick my hands up inside of it. It's just hollow. Basically, it's so I can hide my wires, and eventually I'll put a platform out here. I don't know, my own design. I don't really just hide my wires, basically. I've got all my other houses here that I've solidified the grass and everything. I gotta work on doing the rock face there. I've got to work on all this rock face going all the way around. A lot of work ahead, but hey, that's the fun of it, right? It's a constant project. Constant. There is just a lot. Yeah. It's you can only imagine how my workbench looks, I'm sure, which is behind me, and I ain't gonna show it. Eventually I will show that one on a different one, because that one's I built a really cool bridge for that one and platform, but I'll get into that later. That's a whole nother story. I just wanted to kind of show off what I did tonight, kind of how the progress of the layout is, and just pop in and say hi. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your night, and if you like, and want to see the future progress, because eventually, there's going to be a second story, This is all a second story up here. So there's going to be quite a bit. Plus, there's going to be another section over here. This thing is going to be huge. So stay tuned. Follow if you like this and like this video. Please. See ya!